Hey everyone, Rayte here with the video for Academia versus Link VRAINS Part 3 review. Now, something I want to address first is that I know it's been like 2 or 3 months since I made the last review video, and I am so sorry. It's just that I've been stacked with homework, home chores, other personal stuff, and my stream schedule. And next week I'm going to be hosting a very interesting event with someone. And yeah, so these last few months have just been insane. So I do want to deeply apologize for that. But I promise, like I said in the description of the last stupid meme video I just uploaded yesterday, like I said in the description for that video, I promise that there's going to be a video coming out today. So the video that I'm recording right now will be up in a few minutes. But let's continue. So where we last left off was reviewing episode 2, which was Obelisk Force versus Playmaker. Leading with Playmaker with the victory. And there was a plot hole that I could not explain last time, and that was with Yuya somehow being in Link VRAINS when he was clearly in Academia. I've tried to remember, but I still cannot simply remember, like, was that planned or was it not planned? I don't remember, so unfortunately, that is a plot hole. That is a plot hole, so please completely ignore that. Please, I'm sorry. The story becomes more clear in the future, I promise. But we're gonna start off with Blue Angel versus Revolver. Now, I rewatched the video earlier today to try and refresh my memory to not get surprised by any other sudden plot holes while making the video, so I won't have to like stop as much. So I'll explain it right now. There's a part in the episode saying that Playmaker wants to avenge Ghost Girl, but it is clear that Ghost Girl has not been shown in the series yet. And the reason for that is because if you go to the preview for episode 12 of Academia vs. Link VRAINS, that video was to show the preview of the video that was supposed to come out, but unfortunate events happened that I couldn't do it. But there it explains that Emma, or Ghost Girl, and Yusaku had this sort of this deal going on where she would get information about these weird glitches and stuff, because she's like a bounty hunter and stuff. So she'd get information from whatever source she got it from, I don't know, in exchange for, I don't remember, but it was to cooperate with Yusaku and his hacker friend that for the life of me I cannot remember his name, so I'm really sorry about that. So they had this deal going on, and she was able to get enough information to tell him two things. That one, there is something that is currently labeled the project, which will be put more into detail in future videos, which will be reviewed. And also something about a demon. But unfortunately, her demise, as I would say, to Revolver, would not let her finish the sentence about what is going on with the demon that she mentioned. So Playmaker is stuck, not understanding what she meant by demon. So that is what seems like a plot hole. That is something I wanted to explain beforehand. There's a second plot hole that I also found near the beginning of the video, and that is when Blue Angel comes to group up with Yusaku and Go, saying that she wants to save Yuzu. Now, a normal person would think, why, how does Blue Angel know about Yuzu being kidnapped and all that stuff? Like, she shouldn't know that. She's been in VRAINS all the time, like, all along. And I have a way to explain that, too. So, pretty much, like, Yusaku didn't go to academia. That was never his goal. His goal was never to go to academia to, rescue Yuzu and help all the Arc 5 characters get their part of the project dealt with. He cared more about like what was going on in VRAINS more than anything else. So he's been there the entire time. So he's had the chance to be with Go and Blue Angel and the unfortunate plot hole, which I don't remember how it happens. Yuya is there too, apparently. So, obviously, Yusaku just explains everything that's happened till now, what he knows about the glitches from Ghost Girl, what he learned when he went to, the Arc 5 dimension, I guess you could call it. All this stuff, and sort of like updated them on the situation. After that, so yeah, they're all caught up on that. That's how Blue Angel and Go know about the project, and of course Yuzu missing. And this is still in the meme age, where I took a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh memes and stuff like that and made it look like super cringe. But there's still seriousness in the story. So even though they may say cringe lines, if you kind of like skip through that, there's still seriousness in the story. So I tried to mix the two. Didn't work well because it ended up being super cringe. But let's get started on reviewing Blue Angel versus Revolver. All right, now right here, I just had this, I don't know what I was thinking when I made this video, but it was like a small disclaimer saying on how much spamming there was going to be. And to everyone that I used to talk to, always complained about the spamming. That's where some of the jokes came from. The Yu-Gi-Oh memes that I was talking about, something was about spamming. So some part of me thought it was a good idea to put a disclaimer saying that there was a lot of spamming going on in this video. So completely ignore this entire beginning of the clip because it is just one huge meme. So this is where we reach a part where Go and Yusaku and I guess Yuya are there in VRAINS together. Blue Angel has yet to meet up with them because I kind of made it like in the show where she wasn't very interested in joining the fight, where she was more independent and stuff. But that's when she arrived. It's kind of like in the show, right? Kind of like in VRAINS. Yeah, she shows up with the two, technically three of them, and yeah, so that's how she explains how Go is like, I could ask you the same, especially you, Blue Angel. That explains that line right there. But this is when they are preparing to, Yusaku is preparing to explain to Go the official like plan on what his plan is for stopping the VRAINS side of the project, like how to defeat Revolver stuff, defeating academia enemies that may pass by, like the obelisk force that he fought in the last episode, and all that kind of stuff. And that is when Blue Angel comes and joins them. They are obviously confused as to why she's there, and this right after that, Yusaku explains the 3 reasons as to why he's there, trying to help Ling VRAINS. And I will actually play the clip of the 3 reasons.
理由は3つある。1つ、この現象を起こしているハノイの塔を止める。2つ、あの塔の情報を託してくれたゴーストガールの。そして3つ、俺はこの企てを実行しているやつとケリをつけなければならない。
Yeah, so that explains the 3 reasons. And again, one of them including with what Ghost Girl said, explaining that she told him the information about the demon and about the project. But that's it. That was before she got defeated by Revolver off screen. And obviously, there's Blue Angel asking Ghost Girl, why isn't she here? Only for Yusaku to then say, she got killed off, unfortunately. Not in like a really mean way, but like, yeah, she got killed off, sort of thing. So it's unfortunate, and so this is when it's official explaining after explaining the project and coming up with a final plan as to what they're going to do. They decide to split up, and I'm not Yuzu. Blue Angel decides to go with Yuya, which is apparently there for no reason, and go to solve academia, which is actually another plot hole. How is she going to find Yuzu if she's in Link VRAINS? Again, another plot hole. I'm so sorry. So yeah, she says, okay, Yuya, let's go. We're gonna go kick Revolver's ass and play card games. And then they go. They split up. And that is when she meets up with Revolver. This is their confrontation. In the meme, if I want to explain it in the meme sense, it's how all Yu-Gi-Oh girls are always screwed over. They're made to look like damsels in distresses or like weak sort of thing. And I made Blue Angel kind of like this proud, like, oh, you're gonna be the ones that's gonna pick on all the Yu-Gi-Oh girls again, like a proud woman. I guess you could call her that. And yeah, so as the line sees here, Revolver says, I appreciate your sense of passion, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Blue Angel is there to save Yuzu, hence interfering with the project, and Revolver is there to make sure that nobody gets in the way. He's especially looking for Playmaker, knowing that he's now working with Reiji and the others to stop the project that are in academia. So his main goal is to look for Yusaku. So that is when their long duel starts. And I am not gonna lie. We're gonna start at 3 minutes into the video. That's when Blue Angel's first turn starts. And it is unfortunate enough to tell you, but that disclaimer from the beginning was not lying. There is a hell of a lot of spamming, because if you skip to 8 minutes into the video is when her first turn ends. Her turn lasts 5 minutes. Yes, it does. Hooray. But obviously, you know Trickstar's abilities, to deal 200 points of damage for certain moves that happen. So she deals chip damage to the opponent's life points. But doing that requires a lot of special abilities and a lot of loops to do that. So if you remember the Trickstar deck, you kind of understand why her first turn is 5 minutes long. But that's when we finally get to Revolver's turn, and he starts by Link summoning, I believe this is Triangle Dragon, I believe. I don't quite remember the name. Counters one of Blue Angel's traps, Trickstar Reincarnation, where it can banish all of the opponent's cards and draw the same amount of cards that they had originally. So it's kind of like that card. I believe it's like card destruction or hand destruction or something like that, where you have to send all your cards to the graveyard and then draw an entirely new hand, sort of thing. And he pays half of his life points to activate it from his hand. So that is actually a very good card that I'm pretty sure that should have been brought up, because it is actually a very good card for you to know in the future. Yeah. He starts with his first link summoning being Triangle Dragon. Then he goes, more link spam, until he summons his Ace Borload Dragon. His Link 4 Borload Dragon. And obviously this is not good because that card is cracked. It is cracked, I'm telling you. You see, he does more progress than Howie or Blue Angel does in a 5-minute turn. He does more progress in 3 minutes than she does in 5. So yeah, not only does he deals a good amount of damage in his battle phase, but he continues to use special summon effects to link summon more until he places that very special trap card that everyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh fan base knows and hates. It is a lovable card and it is a hateable card. Mirror Force. But of course, Revolver, with the deck that he has, can continue to special summon more dragons or cards until it is finally Blue Angel's turn. That's her second turn. This one is a lot shorter because, as you can see, we're 13 minutes into the video, which means we are a lot closer to the end. With her final turn finishing link summoning another Trickstar called Trickstar Delphindium. I do not really remember the effect. In fact, I don't remember the card much at all. I believe she only used it once. And that is her final link summon. Using a field spell, and that's when she starts to, I believe it has an effect that can either deal direct amount of damage or something else that I am not quite sure about, so I apologize for that. But that is when Revolver activates the horrendous card that is Mirror Force. Mirror Force destroys all your opponent's monsters on the field. And obviously that leaves her like, what the hell? Kind of like the reaction everyone gets when someone activates Mirror Force against them. So she has no point but to end her turn, which is when Revolver's final turn starts. He spams link summons until he gets to link summon Borload or Boral Sword Dragon. I believe that's his name, right? His final attack, leading to Blue Angel's defeat. Now, what we're doing here is I know it's the tornado, because the original duel between her is Spectre versus Blue Angel, so that's the only reason the tornado's there. But while Playmaker is trying to do his thing in VRAINS, he runs back. He looks back and notices that something's wrong. Someone just lost their duel. This is not good. So he notices that and actually runs back to see what happened, who lost, what's going on. And oh my god, I would play this clip for you, but there is a chance that this video will get a warning strike on it, because it does have a very interesting song that an old friend of mine considered putting into the video for the final turn. So if you want to see the final part of this video, go watch it yourself. Remember, it is Blue Angel versus Revolver episode 3. So watch that for yourself because I do not want to risk getting a copyright strike. But yeah, it is very unfortunate. And that's when Yusaku arrives, only to see Blue Angel passed out, lost. And that is when the video ends. She becomes Data and Nani. They don't know what's going on. After seeing Blue Angel get turned into Data, they don't know what that means. That hasn't been explained yet. And Yusaku knows nothing about people being turned into Data yet. And that is where the video ends. Thank you very much for watching. I will say this has to be one of my least favorite videos, not because it has a bunch of plot holes, but because the editing is painful to watch. But then that's what happens in all your when you get a lot better at editing and then you look back to when you were just starting. So it looks like that to everyone. But me personally, the writing that I put into this video was not a good one. So I'm not very proud of this video. I do have some that I'm very proud of though. This one just isn't one of them. But yes, that's going to be it. It is the beginning of February, so how about we get this video to 5 likes by the 15th of February, and if it reaches that, then I will make a review for episode 4, which I believe is Leo versus Reiji, with a mix of Revolver versus Yuzu. It is actually the very first episode where I include 2 duels in one video, making it longer, of course, but, you know, a bigger variety, I guess you could say. But yeah, 5 likes by February 14th, that would be extremely appreciated. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated, if anything, by community post. And speaking of community posts, actually, I said that I created a poll a very long time ago whether to stream on here or not. My plan is to stream on weekends, and that's to either host a few games on Edo Pro, or maybe binge watch the series. Binge watch an episode of the series to everyone that's available at the time. My time zone is Pacific Standard Time, so if you want to calculate that, my reasonable time to stream is usually at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if that time works out for you, to get a good amount of viewers there, because I do want to interact. There are 630 of you here, and I don't interact with you guys that much, which is unfortunate, because I want to get to know you guys better. So I think it'd be pretty cool to see what time works for you guys. So if you either want to comment on this video or go and comment on that community post where it has a poll on there, yeah, so that is my plan. Thank you very much for watching. If you would do me the great honor of following my Twitch, the link to it will be in the description below. I am actually very close to 400 followers on there. That is completely unexpected. The following rate between here on YouTube and then over there on Twitch is insane. I believe 4 or 5 months ago, when I released the extra preview, or the 400 sub special, that was I believe it was 4 or 5 months ago, and now we're at 630. We're 30 followers away. No, I'm stupid. I'm thinking times tables, but we are very, very close to getting to 700 followers, and that is awesome. I definitely want to try and make more videos, but and like I said before, unfortunately, I cannot go as big as to continue the series amount of editing, especially since my laptop is old now. My laptop is now 4 years old now. So I don't even think the quality of the videos will even be as good as they used to be, which is a bummer. And with everything piling up, I know it's my last semester. I have, I believe, 3 more months left of studying until I'm completely done with school. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, 5 likes by February 15th. And if you guys manage to reach that goal, then I will create a review for episode 4 as soon as possible. And this time, I promise, it'll be, if we reach that goal, it will definitely be out by the end of February, not 2 months later. I promise you guys that. All right. Thank you very much.